I grew up in the US, and I see all these people like, yeah, nuke everybody in the Middle East and kill them all. And then they have the former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright on 60 Minutes, one of the most popular news shows in the US, and they asked her, they said, like, there's reports that more than 500,000 Iraqi children have died as a direct result of US sanctions. And she looks back at her with a straight face and she goes, it was a really tough decision, but I think that it was worth it.
We have heard that 500,000 children have died. I mean, that's more children than died in Hiroshima. And you know, is the price worth it?
I think this is a very hard choice, but we think the price is worth it.
Worth murdering 500,000 kids? It's not just theoretical, these are real people with real lives.
There's a book, Death by Government, by R.J. Remmel,
who was a political scientist, taught at Yale, Indiana University, and the University of Hawaii, estimates that in the 20th century alone, there have been 262 million victims of democide.
D-E-M-O-C-I-D-E, democide. And what does it mean? It means murder of people by the government.
The number of people who have died through the acts of democide encompass approximately 4 times greater death toll than those people who have died through the acts of war.
through forced famines and the rest. There are tyrants in the world. There is evil in the world, and it needs to be quelled.
It just disgusts me what these people in government do. And they do it through central banking and through the control of the money supply. Through central banking and through the control of the money supply.
For about the last 20 or so years, I've known that fiat currency was a scam. I've kind of known that inflation can destroy your savings, government control, all the good stuff that we know. And from an early age, I was sort of trying to figure out how to not live with my whole life savings and the money I use in a bad system.
A lot of us in our generation give our attention to things that don't benefit us, give our attention to things that take away from us.
Correcting the social ills of our day will not come from the top down. It will not be done by government. It will come from the choices that we make as individuals and the spontaneous orders that emerge as a result.
Almost everyone does almost nothing regularly in crypto as far as a payment.
Marshall Greenwald, CEO of the fintech platform Ionia, says one of the main hesitations people have getting into crypto is that they don't think they can actually use their crypto for anything. Maybe it's because the media is filled with people saying this.
Cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, have no value at all, that actually don't have any real utility.
Or it could be because crypto advocates themselves often tell people not to actually use their crypto for purchases.
It is an interesting mentality to look at where people are like, yeah, you got to hold it, never spend it. I'm like, what's the good of money that you never spend? That's not money anymore.
We have the actual opportunity to have complete economic sovereignty and beyond for anyone in the world. Anyone can live permissionlessly. That creates a giant opportunity for true censorship resistance. People can't be censored very effectively if their money can't be censored.
That is the real power of DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations. We could bypass the state by decentralizing it.
Marshall's company Ionia provided a crypto gift card service called Dash Direct for 155,000 retailers. The process is instant and demonstrates that crypto is a far cry from just being a speculative asset. You could live off it entirely today if you wanted.
Hey, you said you don't pay this. I can figure out how you can actually do that. And then, oh, great. And then everyone starts to do just a little bit.
Big breakthroughs tend to get more attention than small improvements, but what really matters are the little daily decisions and actions we take.
With mindfulness, we can choose what will strengthen and bring into action, and we can choose what we will gently let go of. We don't have to be at the mercy of old habits, or old ways of thinking, or old ways of being.
As Butler Schaefer explains, you and I can bring civilization back into order neither by seizing political power nor by attacking it, but by moving away from it, by diverting our focus from marbled temples and legislative halls to the conduct of our daily lives.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime for the human race to take a giant step towards freedom.